Hello there, John the Bearded Vampire here. I hope you're all doing very well today. We are still in lockdown, but that's not what I'm going to talk about today. I want to talk about one of my favourite bands. As you know, Static X is my favourite metal band. But the Prodigy, who I'm going to talk about, is my favourite other band. I say other because they've kind of crossed genres. Oh, pardon me. They started out like in dance and kind of raves and stuff, but they kind of one of the few bands to actually cross over. It's one of the things that they've always said they wanted to do. They didn't want to define themselves as one genre. They get played in metal clubs. They've performed at Download, which is a kind of heavy metal kind of festival. So they're very much a kind of influential band on quite a lot of people. I'm going to get a fair bit of information from this from the wiki page. It's quite an extensive page. So yeah, I'll read little bits and bobs, plus also what I know as well. From watching like documentaries on YouTube and TV, and also just general knowledge anyway. They were formed in 1990 by Liam Howlett. Apparently they were called Prodigy because that was the name of his keyboard. Like it was the model of his keyboard was I think it was a Kenwood Prodigy. It was a something Prodigy. And that's where they got the name from. Keith Flint was merely just a dancer at the time when he joined, and so was like Maxim was like a MC kind of vocalist type thing. Once they decided to go into vocals, they've got quite a lot of albums out. One of their first singles was Charlie. Which is a really cool song. I will link the video to that in the description. As I say, they were formed in 1990. I didn't hear about them until the mid to early to mid 90s when Fire Starter came out as a single. That's when they first came. I mean, that's when I first heard about them. I'd heard their music a few years earlier, like when I was on holiday. The kind of fairground that I was at in Skegness was always playing their songs, and it wasn't until I actually heard of them that I realised who they were. So that was kind of cool. But anyway, Firestarter, no, just the mad hair, which is where I've got my hair. It's not up at the moment, but I do have mohawks like Keith Flint, inspired directly by Keith Flint. Keith, K-E-E-F. I mean, it is K-E-I-T-H, Keith, but it was more popularly known as Keith. He died in March the 4th, I do believe. Just go down and find out. March the 4th, 2019. So it's been just over a year and a bit since he died. He committed suicide, which is kind of like unreal. To this day, it still hits me. There's three bands that have influenced my appearance and lifestyle and music tastes, and all three of those bands, their lead singers have all committed suicide, which kind of really freaks me out a little bit. Because obviously Wayne Static, he committed suicide. Keith Flint, he committed suicide. And I'm not going to tell you who the third one is because I'll be doing a video on them at another point, but some of you may already know who it is anyway from knowing me. I put up a post the other day actually, a friend tagged me in 3 artists, 3 tags kind of thing. And I put up my 3 and they were the 3 that I'm talking about. About that dirty on this side, look at all that dirt on there, look at that dirt on there, I don't know. My pyjamas. But you know, they've got out to do experience music for the jilted generation, Fat of the Land, Always Outnumbered, Never Outgunned, Invaders Must Die, Today Is My Enemy. They also got The Night Is My Friend EP and No Tourists. And I've got all those CDs. The No Tourists one is a really cool album. It's not their best album, but it was like one of their best in a long time. They got out quite a lot of music videos in, I think it was 2005. They released a best of album. I think it was that. It was certainly, let's see, let's have it. Discography. Oh yeah, they've got a lot of discography. That's mental. It doesn't actually say as it's actually down in their website about their law, which was the best of. They released a DVD and a 2-disc album, which is basically all their singles and all their best tracks over like 25 years. I think it's like 92 to 97, not 92, yeah, 90 to 2005, which I've got. I've lost what I was talking about there, but yeah, they've got that out, and that's like a really cool album. That's like one of their best albums that they've got out. But yeah, anyway, that's the band. I will link stuff like, I'll put Charlie down there in the description. I'll put Firestarter in the description. I'll put Spitfire in the description. I'll put Breathe in the description. I'll put some of the more modern tracks in the description, possibly. I'm not entirely sure. But no, it's like one of my favourite bands. It's one that I can go to and just kind of chill to. Any of their CDs, I can just kind of kick back and relax to it. Even though it's like upbeat, kind of up tempo and kind of so on, it's just the kind of music that I can relax to. Because it is also kind of like boom, 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 kind of. Yeah, you get me. I mean, that was a pretty bad example. But yeah, I'm going to leave it here, I think, because I can't think of anything I want to say other than it's a really cool band. If you haven't heard of them or haven't checked them out, I would definitely suggest you do so. I mean, who hasn't heard of the Prodigy, right? You know, Keith Flint, Firestarter, Breathe, the controversy over Firestarter, about it kind of scaring old ladies, they getting banned on TV and banned on airplay. They also have Baby's Got a Temper, which is quite a controversial song because it talks about Hypnol, which was like a kind of date rape drug. It does say somewhere on here about it actually. Oh, I don't know. It does say it somewhere. Let's talk like okay, Baby's Got a Temper. Was released Critical Disappointment. The original version of the song was written by Keith Flint's side band Flint and was called NNNN. The Prodigy version was a rework of Flint's track and only a few of the lyrics and melody remained from the original and produced by alot. Including references to the so-called date rape drug Hypnol in the song lyrics. The music video was also controversial. It featured barely covered women milking cows in a suggestive fashion. So that's a brilliant video. It really is. Yeah, so it's like the Firestarter. Everyone assumed that it was because he was a Firestarter and like pyromaniac and stuff. But that's not what the song was about. In the band originally, he was the guy who kind of danced and kind of stuff and got the tempo and got the crowd worked up, thus creating fire. If you get what I mean, like fire within the band. He was the Firestarter. He was the guy who created the spark of energy in the band, and that's where the Firestarter came into it. If you listen to the lyrics, it does kind of explain that. But most people don't listen to the lyrics, they just hear, I'm a Firestarter, twisted Firestarter. You know, that's basically all they hear. But it's not until you actually listen to the lyrics a little bit more that, yeah, you learn that it is all about creating that spark and the energy of the band, of the gig, of the tour. He was the person that fueled the fire, kind of thing. But no, now I'm going to go. I said I'm going to go a few times now, but now I'm going to go. Because I talked about 15 minutes now. Hope you like this video. You probably don't, because I've just waffled on the majority of it. But if you have, you know, leave a comment, like, share, do all that. I'll see you all in the next one, where I'll talk about something completely different, no doubt. Bye.